a bunch of odd jobs. I cleaned for Mary Maids for a while. I started my own cleaning company. I still do that on the side when times are slow or I need an extra, couple bucks. I worked at a bar for a little while, kind of done it all. I went to college. I actually graduated high school a semester early to go to college with a soccer scholarship here at the university. I went for about a year and a half here, and I didn't like the coach very much, and it was really hard for me to focus on school at the time. I ended up moving down to Arizona, did a year there. My grades were amazing. I also played soccer, and then I hurt myself. So I couldn't play soccer anymore for the school. And then I moved up here and realized I didn't want to try and transfer credits anymore and try to get back in, so I figured I'd look for a different option. I had done some general labor things here and there, got my basic knowledge of little bits and pieces of the construction trades, and I really enjoyed it. I liked being outside. I like working with my hands, being able to build things or just be like, hey, I did that. Look, check it out, it's cool. So I figured I would try to find a spot to help lead me to a career. I am about halfway, so almost 2.5 years. Just the amount of knowledge that I have come across, talking to other journeymen and apprentices and being able to bounce ideas off of each other, it's awesome. Like I try to talk to some of my friends every now and then about what I do, and I forget how little that they know and that how little I used to know, and it's just an awesome feeling. I think there's always going to be a need for electricians to begin with, and I think we're definitely going to be around for quite a while, so yeah. I'm just excited to continue growing and help the future. My fiance's dad is an electrician here in Missoula, and we actually work together. It's really cool. I actually didn't tell him that I was applying. I wanted to try and do it on my own without, knowing somebody or something. And after I had applied, then I had told him, and he's like, wow, that's really cool, you should have come to me though. Now if I have questions with homework or like the code or just anything, I can give him a call any time of day, and he's willing to help me out. The brotherhood and sisterhood, it's awesome. You can go anywhere. I was in Great Falls hanging out and talking to some older gentlemen about being in the trade, and oh, I used to work here in Great Falls and blah blah, and it's just cool to kind of connect and meet other people, even from in the East or anywhere else, and just kind of get a different view of what they've done. So when I had my cleaning business, I was all excited to get that set up and whatnot, and then it was like, well, I'm gonna have to do this forever because I didn't have a retirement set up. I've never had a 401k or any sort of pension plan set up before, so it was nerve-wracking because I didn't really know a lot about it. But I did some research, and it was like, yeah, this is something that I need and would like to have later on in life. I am very excited to know that that is there for me later. In case something happens to me, my fiance would hopefully get part of that at least, so he wouldn't be stuck in a hole. And then, with kids in the future sort of thing, it's nice to be able to know that I'm not going to be stuck working for my entire life. Well, I started with forensic science anthropology, like CSI type stuff. I went from there to, I was thinking about maybe mechanicking or early childhood education. And when I went down to Arizona, I was studying for physical therapy. So all over the place. down the road, engineering of some sorts, because our credits from the apprenticeship go towards that. But that would be like at the end of the, way down the road. Don't just be pushed to go to school. I know my mom had kind of really hoped that I would go to school, and I did, and I just figured out it wasn't for me, and there's tons of other options. Don't just get set in the track that everybody puts you in. It's okay to be different. It's not as bad as you think it is. I mean, 90% of the jobs that I have been on, any trade is willing to help with things that you need things moved. Sure, help, here, I'll give you a helping hand kind of thing. Questions, it's not like they're like, oh, you're a woman, you can't be here. Mm-hmm. You need to be somewhere else, and we're not going to help you. They're willing to help you. We're not these crazy creatures, right?
Right, yeah.
We can work too, and it's okay.